Hey, what's up guys? It's Dusty here with another edition of Dusty's Daily Doubles. Today is Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Yesterday we went a perfect 3 for 3 in overall selections. We went 2 for 2 in the Daily Doubles, smashing both of those. First game on the docket, we had Memphis Grizzlies on the money line. They did smash and win. And then we had South Dakota State on the money line, and they also won by 6 points. And then our bonus pickup, we had the Toronto Maple Leafs on the puck line, -1.5, and they ended up winning in a high-scoring game, 6-4. And now today we are looking at another Daily Double and 2 bonus picks. And our first game up on the docket for today's Daily Double is a Pac-12 tournament matchup between Stanford Cardinal facing off against this ASU Sun Devils team, and Arizona State has been playing pretty good lately. Their last 10 games, they are 7-3, whereas this Stanford team has essentially packed it in for the season, and they are playing pretty atrocious of late on a 5-game losing streak, 2-8 in their last 10. They started off the season pretty decent. They were about a mid-pack team in the Pac-12. And then, I don't know, they've just fallen apart in the second half of the season. Like I said, in the last 2 games specifically, it looks like they've just packed it in, and I don't even think they have any aspirations in this tournament at all. Whereas this ASU team has done the complete opposite, whereas they started off the season wishy-washy, had a few decent games here and there. But in the last couple weeks, they have been on fire, and like I said, they're currently on a 4-game winning streak, and they are 7-3 in their last 10. So, I mean, I'm just looking at the hotter team here who's playing for something. I mean, of course everybody's playing for something when it's a tournament game, but I just think ASU hasn't given up at all this season, and you know, they're looking ahead. So I just think Stanford is looking for the golf clubs, and for that reason, we're going to go with ASU Arizona State on the money line for our first pick in today's Daily Double. And we are going to parlay that with our second game on the docket for today's Daily Double, and that is going to be a ACC matchup between Louisville Cardinals traveling to Virginia to face this Cavaliers team. Sorry, again, they are not traveling to Virginia, as this is a neutral site game. This is a tournament game in the ACC. And quite honestly, we have almost the exact same scenario as the last pick here, whereas Louisville has been struggling of late. They are 2-8 in their last 10, just atrocious, whereas this Virginia team is still trucking, still looking forward, and they are 6-4 in their last 10, 18-12 overall in the season, whereas this Cardinal team is 13-18 overall in the season. They're also 2-10 away from their home barn. So even though it's a neutral site, they just do not travel well at all. And quite honestly, Virginia has looked pretty good at certain points this season. That win over Duke that we called. Just honestly, I think that this is a terrible spot for Louisville, who just is struggling, and I don't think that they have enough to come into this game and beat this Virginia team, who is a better team. Just that's straight up. They're just a better team. So we are going to take Virginia on the money line as our second pick in today's Daily Double. And remember, we are parlaying that with our first pick on the Daily Double, which was the Arizona State Sun Devils on the money line. And that is today's Daily Double. And now let's dive into today's 2 bonus picks. First up for the bonus picks is going to be a Big Sky matchup between the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks against this Eastern Washington Eagles team. And last time these 2 teams faced off, Eastern Washington walked away with a 7-point victory, 69-62. That was just earlier, just a little bit ago, on March 3rd, 2022, this season. And again, these teams are just on opposite sides of the spectrum here, whereas this Eastern Washington team can score and they can defend better. They're not the great at defense, but they can defend better than this Northern Arizona team. They're absolutely a better offensive team through and through. They have a better 3-point percentage, and they have a better field goal percentage, and they are way better on the rebounds, just through and through better in a tournament game here. They already have their number earlier this season. I think it might be a little tighter than this game indicates. The line is currently at Eastern Washington -7.5. I think it might be a 5-point victory. However, doesn't matter. We are just taking Eastern Washington Eagles on the money line as our first bonus play today. And our second bonus pick is going to be a doozy of a game. I really, really think this is going to be a great game, and that is between the DePaul Blue Demons facing the St. John's Red Storm. And again, I've been on St. John's on and off all season. They are a very, very high-scoring team. They put up high 80s, low 90s often, but they play no defense. So there's always a ton of points, and I would consider even looking at the total and going over. There's also a lot of value in taking DePaul on the spread here because they're a pretty decent covering team. They're both 5-5 in their last 10 games coming into this game. And last time these two teams faced, it was a 99-94 victory for DePaul. Again, just no defense from either of these teams, so you might want to look at the over, which is rather generous right now, sitting at 155. As both of these teams could easily hit 80s. However, usually the teams tighten up at tournament time, but I just don't see that being the case here, so that would be a good play. It's not my play here. I am going to take St. John's on the money line, and that is going to be our second bonus pick of the day. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Make sure you get your comments in there, and let's keep this daily double train rolling.